Peirce, tokenized stocks. Exemption will apply narrowly to on-chain equity. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce told reporters on Thursday that the agency's planned innovation exemption for tokenized stocks should apply only to native on-chain equity products, not to the broader universe of wrapped or mirrored securities that issuers have been preparing for launch. The remarks, reported by Cointelegraph, sharpen the scope of an initiative the SEC has been readying for months and cut against the assumption that any tokenized equity wrapper would qualify. Peirce framed the exemption as a tool for products where the token itself is the security, recorded and settled on a blockchain, rather than a digital claim on a custodial share held elsewhere. That distinction matters because most tokenized stock products live in the second category today. Two very different tokenization architectures. The split Peirce drew between native on-chain equity and wrapped tokenized stocks runs along legal and operational lines that have been blurred in marketing copy for years. A native on-chain equity instrument is issued directly on a blockchain as the legal share. The cap table lives on-chain. Transfer of the token is the transfer of ownership. No off-chain custodian holds a paper or ledger share that mirrors the token. A wrapped or mirrored tokenized stock, by contrast, is a digital token that represents a claim on an underlying share held by a regulated custodian or broker-dealer. Most of the high-profile tokenized equity products that have launched on exchanges this year, including the tokenized SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic exposures that drew issuer pushback, sit in this second bucket. If Peirce's framing holds inside the eventual rule text, the wrapped category does not get the exemption. Those products would continue to operate under existing securities laws, including the broker-dealer, ATS, and transfer agent regimes that current tokenization shops have been trying to root around. The narrower addressable market. The original innovation exemption pitch generated a wave of issuer interest precisely because it appeared to offer a cleaner path for tokenizing existing public equities. A platform could acquire shares of Apple or Tesla, hold them with a regulated custodian, and issue blockchain tokens against the position with reduced disclosure friction. Peirce's comments suggest the SEC sees that pitch as outside the exemption's intended use. The agency's interest, on her reading, is in encouraging genuinely new market structures, where blockchain rails replace incumbent settlement infrastructure, not in giving wrapper products a regulatory shortcut. That has direct implications for the deal sheets circulating among tokenization startups. Several pre-launch products were structured assuming the exemption would cover their wrapped model. Those will need to either restructure as native on-chain issuances, which requires issuer cooperation that public companies have generally declined to give, or continue under the existing broker-dealer ATS path. Timing pressure on a Peirce-shaped initiative. The scope clarification lands at an awkward moment. Peirce is leaving the SEC in November for a position at Regent University Law School, and the exemption is widely viewed as one of the policy items she has championed during her time at the agency. If the rule text follows her stated intent, the exemption ships with a tight scope. If her successor at the relevant working group prefers a broader reading, the rule could expand later. The market has been pricing both possibilities, which is part of why tokenization-related token names have traded with whippy volatility through the spring. For issuers, the practical takeaway is that betting the product roadmap on the wider interpretation now carries higher risk. The commissioner most associated with the initiative has publicly drawn the line where the wrappers sit on the wrong side.